Hey, what an absolutely gorgeous Saturday morning. Welcome, everybody. Let's jump down here, check things out. Man, it's beautiful this morning. The fog has lifted a little bit at least. The ocean looks way calmer than it has been for quite some time. And we've got a lot going on. I know it's the dead of winter, but there's big yellowfin tuna biting. There's also some excellent yellowtail signal in several different areas. We've got Twilight boats going this evening. There's been some pretty good sand bass fishing going on. Diamond Valley Lake, nice bass bite there yesterday. And also south of the border, a big halibut for our friend Foca, and also some excellent yellowtail fishing, and it's not that far away. There is a lot going on for us Saturday, and I'm so happy you made time to join us. Should I go down here and check this water temperature with my Tootsies for you real fast here? I don't know if I want to do this. Let's see. Hold on. Here it comes. It's headed toward me. It feels like it's about... Doesn't feel that bad. It's still in the 50s. Probably 58 degrees. That's my guess. All right, coming at you next. I'm going to get set up before I get knocked out to sea. The morning briefing coming at you next. Before we get started on today's morning briefing, don't forget, if you're headed to Ensenada, you're going to want to give Zeke Casas a call. Only 15 minutes from downtown, but just check out that spectacular view while in Ensenada, Baja California Norte. And if that garage door is giving you a problem, then you're going to want to call your garage door man. That's Joe Welker. Tax problems? Nobody better than our friend Tim Marquez. Tim's been doing taxes for 35 years. Give the tax man a call today. And for your heating and or air conditioning needs, you're going to want to talk to our dear friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California, here in Southern California on an absolutely beautiful and pristine Saturday morning. I mean, it can't get much more lovely than this. There is not a breath of wind. That ocean looks calmer than it's been for quite some time. There's a beautiful sunrise peeking through the clouds, and man, is it great to be with you all. If you don't mind, hit that like button. We deeply appreciate it. When you do that, share these videos with a friend, and also subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. Tick that little bell and you'll be notified when there is new content. Also, you can follow us over there on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm getting excited this morning. And also on Apple Podcast and Spotify. So much to talk about. Let's get into it. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. I don't even need to warm up this morning. I know it's a little bit chilly, but it's really not that bad. It is a lovely morning, and we have got a lot to talk about. So let's jump into it and take you down to Lands End Sport Fishing. Check out that monster YFT, nice yellowfin tuna biting down in Cabo San Lucas. We're seeing quite a bit of that right now. There's still the occasional striped marlin, a little bit of dorado, a little bit of wahoo. Not bad at all, but the big yellowfin is what a lot of the Cabo guys are focused on right now. Moving you up, we get to Loreto and Mulahay, where the yellowtail fishing's been outstanding for most of the winter, the little bit of winter we've been experiencing, but it's continuing. I love fishing yellowtail in that neck of the woods. Out of Loreto, my brother Paul and I would make that drive down there. And hell, we were in our teens when we were doing that, 18, 19 years old. Drive to Loreto, hang out at the Cielito Lindo Hotel, I think it was, like $5 a night, just outside of town. And we would jump on a panga and we'd go up north maybe to Pulpito Reef, where we'd fish the islands. It is so much fun fishing down at Loreto, and Loreto just has maintained, even till today, that sense of a small Mexican town. It's really a great place. I love going by the old church there, Nuestra Senora de Loreto, and the yellowtail fishing gets really red hot down there. in that neck of the woods. A great place to fish. Talk about some good yellowtail fishing, and we got to talk San Quintin. They've got great weather. The yellows are biting. It may not be every day, but it's pretty close to it. Good yellowtail fishing on the yo-yo iron. There's even been some surface iron fish. There's been some dropper loop fish when you can make some mackerel for bait. It has been really, really good. And in addition to that, of course, you've got the rockfish. And with rockfish season closed here in Southern California, going across the border and fishing is definitely a viable option for each and every one of you. We'll get into that a little bit more as we go along. Moving you up the coast to only 70 miles below the border. San Quintin, 140 miles. Now, 70-mile drive when you hit Tijuana and head south, and it's a beautiful drive with the Coronado Islands out there as you drive by, eating fish, tacos on the way down. Nothing better than that. But in the beautiful coastal town of Ensenada, our dear friend Foca with a beautiful halibut, 35-plus pound flatfish for Foca. Nice hit, Foca. Way to go, my friend. I love this guy. Foca, by the way, do you know what that means in Spanish? Some of you already know. You're already dropping a comment down below as I go on just a little bit longer to test your Espanol skills. Foca's a sea lion. When Foca was a young man, he was swimming in the water, and a little kid said, "Oh my God, look, a Foca." He thought poor Foca was a sea lion. And so I asked Foca, I said, "Hey, do you like that sobrenombre? You like that nickname you've got?" And he said, "Absolutely. I love that nickname." So Foca with a big flatfish down there. That is Paulina. You know Paulina. We haven't talked to Paulina for a long time. I need to go down there and hassle her a little bit here really soon. But that is her favorite captain. Botes Juanitos out of Ensenada. Foca is their man, and that is good to see that happening. Now, down in Ensenada, you can also pick up some sand bass from time to time. Ensenada fishermen down there. Louis Prieto has been picking off a few bass from time to time. There's a possibility of that yellowtail also zooming around in the bay. Few and far between right now. The focus mostly, not Foca, is mostly on the rockfish down there right now. So really excellent bottom bite down there in Ensenada, Baja California. And once again, with the rockfish season closed here, gorgeous, isn't it? You can go south of the border. Now, there's one other way to do that, and that's to jump on a San Diego-based boat and itchy this morning and go down south of the border and fish that way. The Relentless and several other boats are going down south of the border and fishing the rockfish down there. Pretty soon here, we're going to start our trips down to Punta Calinet. That's 120 miles down below the border. And down there, out of San Diego, you'll catch some really big lings and great big vermilions and big bucket mouth, bocacios, salmon grouper down there in that neck of the woods. But you'll get flashed with the yellows also. And with that yellow biting 20 miles below there in San Quintin area, man, I like the chances of the San Diego-based boats doing really well on those trips this year. So we'll be looking forward to that, getting you all tackled up and making sure you have a positive experience. That sun is shining through now. It's gorgeous here. Have you seen any dolphin, maybe a gray whale on their southbound migration? A lot of grays going by SoCal right now, so that is good stuff. All right, the island situation right now, down at the Coronado Islands, there's a few yellows zooming around there, but most of the yellows have been caught around La Jolla on the local area. But most of our islands right now are, kind of on hold because the rockfish season is closed. Not Catalina, however. San Clemente Island kind of not doing much, but Catalina Island's being fished on a regular basis Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays by the El Patron out of Long Beach Sport Fishing, focusing their attention, of course, on calico bass and halibut, maybe a white sea bass or two. Certainly not out of the question with all this squid that we see around town. You can hammer on the whitefish also. Beautiful day to be doing that. And tomorrow, another gorgeous day. They're trying to pick at all of that stuff. In most cases, you're going to go home with some great fillets and have an absolutely beautiful day on the water. And it would not shock me at all if you're bringing the kids along to find a gray whale or two on their southbound migration. And that is something on the trip over to Catalina Island. Man, you get the kids up there in the bow And you say, kids, come on. First one to find a gray whale gets a double cheeseburger in the El Patron Galley on me. You can have all kinds of fun and teach the kids about that migration. It is spectacular to see that in person. Catalina Island, El Patron. You'll want to take advantage of that for sure. Now, up there in the Channel Islands, whitefish has been the rule. But Pat O'Brien, the man who runs the Aloha Spirit, when he's not running the Aloha Spirit, he's on a private boat, picking off a big flatfish, just like that one. Nice going, Pat. That is one heck of a fish, and that just is evidence that we're looking down the barrel of some great halibut fishing, perhaps this winter with white sea bass, and for sure in the spring of next year. At least that's how I see it. All that squid is just working to bring in all those predators, and I think you're going to see some spectacular fishing. Nice hit there, Pat, on that big flatfish. No question about that. Also, as we look up Monterey and San Francisco and areas like that, their rockfish season is closed right now, so no rockfish up there in that neck of the woods. On the local situation, I'll tell you, the San Diego-based boats, they had 2-3 sand bass per rod on a recent trip. Sculpin also in the mix for these local guys. So that is something that is going on. And of course, halibut derbies are starting up. We've got one going on down there at Dana Point Sport Fishing. I'll probably skip over somebody. The Native Sun out of 22nd Street Landing. Not only halibut, but bass. In fact, they're trying to get out on a Twilight trip tonight out of 22nd Street Landing, and our very own, and I mean this sincerely, heartfelt, Nick Ramirez is going to be on that trip. Say hi to Nick if you're out on that trip. He is such a great guy, a Patreon member of the Friedman Adventures. And man, you guys are the life's blood. Patreon members deeply appreciate your great support. Nick's going to be out there. You're fishing structure a lot of times. You can pick off a halibut or two on those Twilight trips, but a lot of times that's going to be structure bass fishing, 40-pound with a lead head and squid. Pull hard, because those little devils will get you in those cracks and crevices and saw you off on a pinnacle. And 40-pound, as I say, 40-pound fluorocarbon. It's abrasion resistant. That will really help you a lot. Some good Twilight bass fishing out of Marino del Rey. I suspect we'll see more of that also. So keep that in mind. This is a perfect surf fishing morning. I got to put together a surf fishing day. Didn't I promise I was going to do that? I guess I got to get busy here today and come up with a day. I'll look at the weather forecast and the tides, and we'll come up with a day when you can come down here and hang with us. And whether you surf fish or not, you know, you can just bring a beach chair down here, some donuts and coffee, and just check that out. Watch a bunch of kids run around here and have some fun. But in the surf, right down the street here, right around that tower on Anderson and PCH, at least that's where I think it was, John Nelms. Man, I'll tell you, John is one heck of a fisherman. Recently, he had 2 big slab barred perch, and here recently, a nice big yellowfin croaker. Yesterday, I was telling you, you'll get occasionally some yellowfin croaker. That was on a 6-inch Berkeley plastic lure, as you can see there. Nice going, John. We're really happy that you were able to score that. A lot of barred perch and other perch up and down the coast. Water gets cool. That's what you see most of. And don't forget, Big Fish Bait and Tackle. Check out all the winners of a brand new custom fishing rod from Big Fish Bait and Tackle. All you have to do is walk in the door there on the corner of Pacific Coast Highway and Seal Beach Boulevard and buy the ruler that you'll need to measure your prize catch with and upload your video and or photos to their Instagram page. That's all you have to do. And then every single month, a beautiful custom surf fishing rod could be yours, as it was for all the guys that you see once again here in this photo. Really great stuff. Go down to Big Fish, pick up your bait. They've got tackle from trout fishing to big game marlin fishing and bluefin tuna. Big Fish Bait and Tackle will make it happen for you. Really fantastic stuff. Daniel Ramos Good morning, Daniel. You know, I don't cover freshwater that often, but I'm going to start covering it more because of outstanding catches like the one you made at Diamond Valley Lake yesterday. Daniel had a wonderful day at the lake, hammered out a limit of bass, no problem at all, and then started working on the mini stripers and had so much fun with the kids. It was a special day at Diamond Valley Lake. Daniel Ramos, we salute you for a wonderful job done. And man, it looks like you had an absolutely wonderful time. I don't know how you can beat that. It's really great stuff going on. All right, my friends, El Patron, tomorrow, get on board www.longbeachsportfishing.org. You've got to get on the El Patron and head over to Catalina Island. Tonight, the native sun, Twilight fishing. You might want to take advantage of that. And those forkies, those yellows, chewing it up down south the border. Nice going foco with that big halibut. And Pat O'Brien, same thing up there in the Channel Islands. We're going to continue to watch it on an absolutely glorious Saturday for you all. Cannot thank you enough for all that you did for us in 24 and that you're already doing for us here in 25. Outstanding statistics and views and likes. Hit that like button, man. We really appreciate all that you do. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you really, really soon.